If this is your first time to the channel, please do so. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications so that way you don't miss another video like this one coming your way. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help our channel grow. Please feel free to leave a comment. We do get back to all of our comments. This is for ages 14 and up. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of MOE'S Toy. Come from my room to yours. And today, here we go. We got some more Neca action for you folks. Here is Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Ultimate Beetlejuice in the wedding tuxedo. This is recommended for ages 14 and up and is available right now in the Target Haulathon event, which is going on as we speak. These are turning up at all Targets, folks. People are reporting finding them. So you got to hit them up. Hit up your local Target. You could, if you find a straggler, it'll probably be in the collector section if somebody just tends to just drop it and leave it there. But I found this one amongst how other people are finding them. Neca did something different this time. They didn't use an end cap. They didn't use the collector section over in the electronics. You could always take a look if you like, just to be sure. This popped up in a shipper. So these big old shipper boxes that they roll out to the floor. And this was in between the toys and the electronics area. So it was right in the middle of the floor, big old shipper. And it had Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. It had Pee Wee Herman. It had Ninja Turtles. It also had the Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, which I have already unboxed and reviewed. So go down into my library and check that out, or it will be the next video up in the playlist. Also, it had, I believe it was Count Von Count. So yeah, they had a lot of different things. This is Wave 1. Part of Wave 1 from Target Haulathon, folks. So get on over to Target, do that Neca Haulathon, and get yours today. They are retailing for about $34.99, $96 around there. But this one, I believe I got it on the Target Circle, the red circle. So if you have that app, if you're a part of that, you put your phone number in and everything, it will ask you when you ring this bad boy up. And I believe it gave me like 20% off. So you could double check on that, but I'd have to look on my receipt all over again because I purchased this. And I also purchased the Halloween Curse of Michael Myers one there. All right, so let's turn this to the side right there. You can see Beetlejuice off to the side. There you go, folks. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, Ultimate Beetlejuice Wedding Tuxedo. There is the back right there of what is included and how your Beetlejuice can look with the right diorama. I'm sure it's going to bring some sort of cardboard backing diorama in there. So yeah, this bad boy includes marriage agreement, a heart, bloody baby Beetlejuice, and interchangeable head and hands. There you go, folks. So if you want to read what it says, you can pause that right there and check that out. Okay. Also, here is the other side. There you go. There you have it, folks. Yeah, you just can't beat this. Wait till you see this figure. It is super cool. All right, so there you have Beetlejuice looking how he could look with the right diorama. I don't know how good this is coming out on screen. Okay, so that's how he could look. Don't know if it's going to bring that background. It looks like it's going to bring a green background to it. And then here is Beetlejuice right here, kicking back behind his window, paying locked in his plastic prison, as he's finally made it here to MOE'S Toy Room. Sorry for the glare, folks. It's just that they got this thing now in a lot of plastic, and it glares on everything. But we're getting this bad boy out, and we're going to unbox and review him right now. All right, folks, so tail of the tape, Beetlejuice is checking in to the top of his head at about 7 inches. But to the top of his hairline is about 7 1/4. And if we want to do centimeters, we're looking to the top of his head at about 17 3/4. And then to the top of his hairline, we're looking more like 18, almost 18.5 centimeters. All right. So Beetlejuice tends to bring Not a lot of stuff. I mean, mostly all interchangeable hands. So we're not going to get specifically into all those, but he does have some really cool hands. You can see right there. Let me put this light on right here. All right, better. All right. So he has some that point. He also has some that grab. They're all on a hinge, so yeah. And Neca tended to do a lot of work on these hands. I noticed that with the Michael Myers one, that they really did change it. And then there's this hand right here that has a ring on it. So, and then he has his little bracelet on there. So, but yeah, he tends to bring a lot of interchangeable hands. He also brings, well, let's get to this first because there was something that I had an issue with. So he brings his marriage agreement. Okay. You can see that and sign right here. All right. And it's real paper, so it's cool. You got to read the fine print, folks. He also brings a heart. So, yeah. It's a heart. All right. But here's the thing that kills me. So, if you look at the box, right there, it says interchangeable head and hands, not faceplate. So here you are thinking you're getting another head along with this one that everything's attached to, but it's just a faceplate. So he got a serious face, and then he also has a more giggly one. And this thing could be a little tricky to get on due to the fact that his head is like a softer molded plastic. So you got to kind of mess with it a little bit to get that faceplate to really stay on. But once it's on, it's on. So he also brings baby Beetlejuice. And you can see here, I do not think that there is any there is. Wow, baby Beetlejuice has articulation in the legs. He has it in the feet. So his feet do move. He also has articulation in the hands, the arms. Okay. He does move around. You can get baby Beetlejuice to move, and then his head can wobble around. So yeah, he looks good. Little Beetlejuice is mean little dude, huh? Like everything's like, ever since like Grogu came out from like Star Wars, like everybody's like doing stuff like this, like bringing out little Beetlejuice. Star Wars added a few more little guys to their collection. And a lot of people are just doing it. So, but yeah, it's a good thing. So I'm not going to complain about it because I think this little guy is cool. And he's the one that sold me on buying this whole thing. All right. Then we have Beetlejuice right here looking like he's ready to have a good time and just do some torture and some terror. But it also brings this diorama in the back. So like I said, you're going to get a diorama, maybe not the one that they posted with him right there like that. Okay, but you got that one. So I tend to like the green one a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, very nice. All right, so Beetlejuice could be a little tricky to get him to stand, but once you get him to stand, you're going to get him to stand. He looks real good. Yeah, I can't argue. I will try and get as close as I can. I don't want my thing to blur on me, my camera. You can see that. Got the nice spiffy white shoes with the black bottoms. Looks really cool. Let me turn him around right here. That way you could see him. Turn him to the side. I'll move that right there, his arm a little bit, for that way you could kind of get a glimpse as to what you're getting yourself into. Got the little stripe down the leg with those cool looking shoes. Brother looking real fly. And then let's turn him to the back. And yeah, let me lean this thing a little bit more back, his arm. Okay, so you can see the back area of that. A lot of people didn't care for the Beetlejuice. I tended to like it quite a bit, due to the fact that I did grow up on Soul Train watching it with Don Cornelius. And when that train came on and people were dancing and singing and everything, no, that's the wrong movie. I was thinking, sorry guys, I was thinking of Wicked. So, anyway, let's get back to Beetlejuice. Okay, boom. That goes to show you how many movies I watched at one time. All right, so there you go. There you have it. But I did like this movie very much. And was a huge fan of Soul Train. So let me know down below if you guys watched like the original Soul Train and what you thought about Beetlejuice Part 2. All right, so all this is all soft molded plastic. His tuxedo top is soft molded plastic. Obviously, if you bend his arms back, you can get this thing to come off if you want to mess with it and do, change them out quite a bit. All this is all soft molded plastic on him. His hair is not hard at all. So it's like a rubbery like plastic. So just letting you guys know ahead, okay? But the arms and the legs, other than his trousers right here at the top, they call it in the collector world the diaper, okay? So other than that, yeah, hard plastic. So just letting you guys know. All right, so it's review time, folks. So let me make sure that I am in focus. Head looks down amazingly. Looks up. Yeah, this Beetlejuice is pretty articulate. So you can get him to do a lot of things. Ooh, he looks just devastating right there. Just looks evil, like he's up to a plan, right? And then his arms do hit 90. Very nice. You can get him to go around. Now, here's something that I wish that the Michael Myers, Curse of Michael Myers had. Single joint. Look how good that looks. It looks so much better than looking like 3 arms. It looks like just 2 pieces. So, yeah, they did good with that. Arm goes good there. Goes good. Look how this guy moves. And then he has rotation at the elbows. Very nice. And also his hands do move around. They're on a hinge. And you can switch his hands out if you like, folks, which is cool. And he got plenty of them to do. He does have waist movement. Got a little bit of some ab movement right there. His hips don't lie. Little stiff right there. Okay. You can see the hardware right there down on the bottom. Okay. You can get him to stretch, move around. A lot of you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this Beetlejuice. He's super cool. I like him a lot. And then he has single joints on the knees. So when you look in certain angles, you can't even tell that he has single jointed knees. Like, if they could like fix this part right here, I mean, the rest of the figure looks amazing, But single joint, legs hit like that, and then he has rotation, obviously, and you want to see the bottom of his shoes. There you go, the black bottoms. Not the red bottoms, the black bottoms. The way it was, pimping. Pimping ain't easy. That's what Beetlejuice was doing back in the day. All right, but he does have rotation in the feet, and he does have some tilt rocker to him. But yeah, and they're articulate amongst, I think it's due to the fact that they're kind of bell-bottomed at the bottom. So it gives them a lot more freedom to move around, folks. You guys are going to love this figure. So here he is, a baby beetle, looking real cool, real fly. Can't say enough. I love this whole piece. I love everything about this. I am so glad that I bought this. I bought it for Little Beetle, and turned out the figure is just as good. So yeah, you can't argue it. So it turned out really nice. So I switched out one of his hands to the hand that's kind of holding it more like this. And he does hold the marriage certificate or instructions, whatever that is, in his hands. Very good. He also, in the other hand, holds the heart very good. So, and plus I switched the faceplate. So he no longer has the smiling face, up to no good face, to the more serious one saying, man, do I really have to give this girl half of my assets? Oh man, do I really want to get married? I don't know. But anyway, folks, this figure is dynamite, knocking it out the park. All right, folks, so that's it for my review of Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. And before you know it, folks, we are going to have Beetlejuice Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, the final installment. I could just see it coming because they're going to rush it due to age with Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder. So, yeah, this is something that's just epic. And every household, I think across America, if not the world, knows who Beetlejuice is. I mean, this guy is a pleasure to watch. I mean, the acting that Michael Keaton puts in there to get you to laugh, everything that goes along with it. It's just a win-win-win all the way. And Neca could not fail with this figure at all. They just came in and knocked it out of the park, y'all. I mean, knocked it home run. Absolutely love this figure. They are available now, hitting all Target stores in the Neca Haulathon event that they are doing now every Friday, I believe, for the next 4 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is. They're going to have different waves. He is part of wave 1. So, yeah, if you're finding other ones and everything, maybe wave 1 has been taken already. So, I don't know, but he is in the wave with Count Von Count. He's also in the wave with Pee Wee Herman. Also in the wave with Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. So if you see them there, then obviously he's in that wave. But if he's not there, then that means he might be sold out. All right, folks. So please like, comment, subscribe. And from Moe's to yours, good night, everyone.